You want to know what awaits you? Do you really think you're ready? Your ultimate demise awaits in countless horrific ways.
Hello everyone, it's Lucy here and welcome back to another broadcast. Settle in and get comfy because today is for the endgame elite, the hardest of the hardcore, and for you newcomers that are about to become hardcore. Get ready for what's coming in Outriders World Slayer. Back in April, we first revealed what World Slayer is bringing to the table, with a full new campaign, new patch trees, apocalypse tiers, ascension points, and loads of loot. There's tons of tasty content to gorge yourself on. In Outriders World Slayer, you will face off against the indomitable Ereshkigal. But even if you do manage to beat her, you've just opened the doors to even greater horrors in the Trial of Tarja Gratar. This brand new dungeon experience will offer you hundreds more hours of gameplay and truly push you to the brink of your controller's lifespan. Before we get into the nitty-gritty details on the extraordinary endgame, we should kick things off with a trailer, don't you think? Feast your eyes on this. You're going to want to bust out your best skills for kills and customize your favorite class to their fullest, most brutal potential. If you have the Pyromancer's burning desire to collect every item of gear, every weapon, every mod, and let's face it, why wouldn't you? Then listen up. This is Endgame and it is about to get serious. Let's get into the deets.
Hey there, fellow Outriders, and welcome to your biggest challenge yet. Today we're going to take a closer look at our new and much anticipated World Slayer endgame. A vast and pretty damn scary place called the Trial of Tarja Gratar. Quick disclaimer, next to the overall structure, we'll be checking in on some of the new gear available with World Slayer. And we'll also take a look at one of the new enemy types that are only to be found in Tarja Gratar. Other than that, we'll keep it spoiler-free, of course. We're also mostly soloing for the purpose of the spotlight. Please keep in mind, as with so many things in life, they are even more fun when you team up with friends and experience it together. Enough chit-chat. Endgame. Let's get it. things first. You might ask yourself, what the heck is Tarja Gratar and why are we here in the first place? Sadly, we can't give you the full background and history of this place just yet, because that's something for you to explore, as it is very much linked to the World Slayer story campaign. It's safe to say though, without revealing too much, that this place is deeply rooted in the legacy of Planet Enoch's mysterious natives, the Pax.
Where's their father's power? This madness. I gotta find out what the hell it was.
Let's start with an overview of Tarja Gratar itself. The trial takes place in a new, huge and fully explorable area, including changing weather, day and nighttime scenarios. It will confront you with different combat encounters and in some cases, exclusive enemies. You'll need to stand victorious after every encounter in order to delve deeper into the heart of Tarja Gratar. But make no mistake, your enemies are relentless and will even grow in difficulty tiers over the course of your venture. Every run starts at your base camp, conveniently set at the entrance to the trial area. Here you will find all needed amenities for your outrider lifestyle. Vendors, crafting, fast travel, customize your character's look, access your stash, find a party, and even access to all 18 previous expeditions. You'll be returned to your camp if you manage to complete a full trial run, but also if you abandon an attempt or simply die too often. In any of those three cases, Tarja Gratar's rewards will reset and be freshly obtainable. While exploring the dungeon, you will additionally encounter crossroads, boss arenas, and troves. Crossroads may give you the opportunity to explore areas off the primary path, and most of the time they will lead you to troves. Boss arenas are mandatory to progress deeper into Tarja Gratar. We are currently here. Our first crossroads is giving us the option to explore a trove right from the get-go. I will talk about the specifics of troves a bit later. Let's go and wreak some havoc first. By the way, there's no timed element to the trial. You can complete them at your own pace, and nobody will scream chop chop at you while you stop, smell the roses, and just take in the nice view from time to time. Let's take a moment to go over our current gear and pyromancer build. We're currently rocking a Sunfall submachine gun, the Hellborn bolt-action rifle, and the Boulderling's pistols. We're also doing this run with the pyromancer's new Heatseeker legendary armor set, which will work nicely with our equipped pyro skills Thermal Bomb, Overheat, and Ash Blast. It has a wicked set bonus that will activate once you successfully manage to detonate an opponent with your Thermal Bomb skill. After the first explosion, Thermal Bomb will then automatically travel to the opponent with the lowest health, and chains up to 3 more times after the initial blast. The Heatseeker set also comes with 4 insanely powerful mods in support of our Overheat ability, and helps to deal some serious damage. We specialized the Tempest branch in the Pyromancer skill tree for this run. Our Pax Class tree specialization in the Pyromaniac branch will really help to turn up the heat. As just mentioned, Heatseeker will enable our Thermal Bomb to travel 3 more times after the first impact. Those fireworks come with 50% reduced damage. Let's counter that a little. Check out Trigger Sequence. It will give explosive skills like Thermal Bomb 25% more damage, and it stacks up to 3 times. Boom! That's a great example of the importance and fun to always be on the lookout for exciting synergies between weapons, mods, and skills. Finally, we're currently on Essential level 41. We've used our available points to achieve a good spread of increase in our 4 available main categories: Anomaly Power, Endurance, Brutality, and Prowess. However, World Slayer will also rework some existing gear, including the Plague Sower and Torturer sets, to ensure that your existing favorite gear remains viable. Also, keep an eye out for our new Sunfall submachine gun special mod, Firestorm. It summons a violent and homing firestorm to deal damage and inflict an extra crispy burn on enemies. The radius of the firestorm will also increase with each successful shot on the afflicted target. That was fun. We'll swap to the Hellbourne Bolt action for the next encounter though. It will give you the Violent Rupture mod, creating a volcanic eruption on impact. Now, all those Pyromancer players might notice that this is actually one of the Pyro's most brutal abilities. So, with Thermal Bomb, Overheat and Ash Blast already on our skill bar, we essentially added a fourth one on demand. Nice. Now's a great time to introduce you to one of the Trial's exclusive enemies, the Shadow Beasts. Blink and you'll miss them. But rest assured, they won't miss you. These overwhelmingly effective predators join the roster of monstrous adversaries that you'll be facing. Shadow Beasts are the assassins of Tarja Gratar and usually appear in small packs. Their sensitivity to the anomaly gives them the ability to cloak themselves, even while in motion. You may only be able to track them if they disturb the environment they pass through, or by using an area of effect skill to unmask them. Shadow Beasts use their superior stalking capabilities to get close enough to be able to attack you with their special abilities. With the most debilitating of these, they will be able to inflict silence upon you. The silence debuff locks the player's skills from being triggered for a set duration. During this time, you will need to rely on your weapons only to fend off enemies. Pretty nasty. I'd be also on the lookout for Beast Lords, experienced feral hunters who manage to tame these invisible killers and use them as tracker. We now have the option of progressing to the first boss arena, or taking some time to investigate the trove access from these crossroads. Let's keep that boss waiting a little longer. As we mentioned earlier on, troves are optional areas that you can explore as you progress through Tarja Gratar. They're dangerous enough to potentially cut short a dungeon run, but their rewards are well worth it. Let's remind ourselves of why we're all really here. Sweet, sweet, badass loot. And troves offer something new to the Outriders universe. Targeted apocalypse gear, loot, farming. Each trove will individually offer a particular slot of gear. For example, one trove will focus on helmets, while another will offer only chest armor pieces. Completing a full run of the Trial of Tarja Gratar will reward you with tons of new and amazing items. But these trove areas give you an added opportunity to target and farm for specific apocalypse variant gear to complete your set. Given you make it out alive from one of the trove areas, you'll be returned to your last crossroad and can continue your journey. Each location will challenge you in different ways. Some of them will surprise you with complete new enemy types since your last visit, while others throw brand new boss mechanics at you. Again, troves are always a high-risk affair, but high risk always comes with high rewards, Outriders Worldslayer. So just to state the obvious, the Trial of Tarja Gratar is repeatable at any point and designed with high replayability in mind. Guess we kept our first boss waiting long enough. And I'll leave you now with a few glimpses of what's to come. We hope you will have hours and hours of amazing fun in Tarja Gratar. Take care and goodbye, lovely people.
Yeah, I told you Endgame was going to be brutal. We have the new Apocalypse system, crazy powerful third mod slots, insane new guns and gear, devastatingly beautiful environments, monstrous enemies. Whew, you name it. I know what you're thinking. Is my current class build going to be powerful enough? Am I good or mad enough to tackle a solo run? Well, you would have my infinite respect for beating Endgame by yourself, but you might want to bring along some company to aid your battle through Tarya Gratar. Speaking of company, where you at, Robbie? It is time to break down those questions and answers in another community section.
Thanks, Lucy. What's good, Outriders? Welcome to the community section of the broadcast. You have the questions and I have the answers, so let's jump right in. The first question we received a lot is, what are all the different versions of World Slayer? So we have two explosive options available for you on June 30th. Outriders World Slayer and the World Slayer upgrade. For new players, Outriders World Slayer features everything World Slayer has to offer and the original game included as part of the package. For returning Outriders players, the World Slayer upgrade is the product for you. Just be sure to purchase on the same platform you own the original game on. Your characters and all of your progress, armor and weaponry will be transferred seamlessly over to World Slayer, so you're fully ready to take on Ereshkigal. One question we received consistently was if World Slayer offered reasons to go back to all the previous world areas. World Slayer introduces Apocalypse tiers to not only the new content, but to the original Outriders game, including expeditions. So you can replay or play for the first time previous world areas on the Apocalypse tier difficulty to unlock associated rewards. Apocalypse tiers are an addition to the existing world tier difficulty system. Increasing the difficulty increases the quality of gear dropped, a risk versus reward system, improving the chances for both legendary and apocalypse gear drops, the best weaponry and armor in the game. Side note, hunting for new gear in expeditions provides resources that you can use to upgrade your current gear in World Slayer, so you can get a head start on World Slayer right now if you wish. We have worked hard to integrate crossplay between World Slayer and the original Outriders, so if you're a World Slayer player and have co-op partners who are still on the original Outriders, there's nothing stopping you from playing together on the original's content. Best of all, you'll be able to jump into their game with your World Slayer weapons and armor. To confirm, the new campaign and the trial of Tarya Gratar will only be playable to people who own World Slayer or the World Slayer upgrade, so make sure you do not miss out. We have a multitude of questions around builds, how the third mod slot works, and what weapons will still be viable. The Outriders ethos is allow you to play however you want with whatever you want. So if you do want to make a build that focuses, for example, on your sidearms as your main weapon, you absolutely can. The Trigger Twitch armor set will set you on the right course. For everyone diving in, streaming and watching Outriders on Twitch, we have some great news for you. Starting at launch and running for a full week, we'll be activating Twitch drops with handcrafted guns and gear designed for each individual class. These can be obtained by anyone simply by watching their favorite Outriders streamer on Twitch. We'll be sharing more details around this closer to launch, so keep an eye out for news. Finally, we are super excited to reveal this absolutely stunning World Slayer controller, created by the legendary Popart and will be available to players via a community competition very soon. Details on how to win this exclusive controller will be made available via our social channels, so be sure to give us a follow and stay tuned for your chance to win this absolute beauty. We'll see you June 30th on Enoch Outriders. Back to you, Lucy.
Thank you, Robbie. So, Outriders World Slayer for new players and the World Slayer upgrade for existing players are both available to pre-order right now. And for a limited time, if you do pre-order, you will receive a price discount and 48 hours early access. So it's a no-brainer. Go and do the thing. I can't wait to gear up with Sven and Robbie and tackle the horrors of World Slayer together. Clearly, I'm going to carry the team where my trickster main's at. Thank you for tuning in to another Outriders broadcast. I've been your host, Lucy, and we will see you all on Enoch very soon. Goodbye.